morning, everyone, and welcome to today's edition of Morning Coffee with Emerica. Today, I have with me Alexander Wallace with BrightPath Enterprises, a board-certified credit consultant here with me today. Welcome, Alexander.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. I brought you in today because I get to see a lot of people with credit issues. When it's time to buy a home, buy a car, they always have a problem with credit. Sometimes it's just building it up to the next level where they'll get the best interest rates available. And the scary part is most times people are not even aware what's on their credit score. So after talking to you, I thought you'll be a good source for my friends, my clients, and my family out there.
Well, thank you for having me out, and I hope to be able to add value and service here.
I'm sure you will. Can you just tell us a little bit about your business, the credit repair, credit consultancy business?
Absolutely, yes. So what we do is that we help people in the same demographic as your clients and just people in general that need to get their credit profile improved, whether they're seeking some type of approval, whether it's for a home or for a car, or they just want to be able to put things in place from past decisions that have led them to where they're at with their profile now.
That's good. And the weird part is a lot of times people are not even aware of some of these things in their credit report, which is causing them so much issues and stopping them from actually gaining the good credit scores.
Absolutely. Yes. Our credit profile is like a living, breathing document, but we only pay attention to it when we're looking to sign our name on something and go approve for something. So oftentimes it goes overlooked until that time where it's like, oh, wait a second. This matters now?
Yeah. What's the process if someone wants to check their credit, see what's in it before they even start thinking of buying a house or a car? What's the process normally? How can they get the credit report, that accurate report?
Yeah, very simple. There's a lot of tools out there. Most commonly apps for what people use would be Credit Karma. Also, what I like to do with my clients is first step, pull all three bureaus, so Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. You want to pull all three of those reports. And a free website that you can do that on is annualcreditreport.com.
Okay.
And you'll be able to go in and pull everything in real time. Great thing about that is that you could pull it once a week.
Oh, great. Okay. And it doesn't affect my score by pulling that?
Correct, yes. So you're just viewing your report. It's not an actual inquiry.
Okay, let me say I pull my credit report and I have a 480 credit score, and to get any decent interest rate out there, I need at least a 620, 640. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, how do I go from a 480 to a 640? What can you do to help me get there?
Great question. So the first thing is knowing what's on your credit report. So there's two things. It's credit score. So that's the 480, as you mentioned, but the credit profile is what comes together to pop out that score of 480. And that's what I look at. I want to see what are those contributing factors that are making our score a 480. So things like late payments, collections, charge-offs, derogatories. I want to be able to look at the report to identify those and see how we can go ahead and make the necessary changes to improve that. Another thing would be maybe that profile doesn't have enough built-out credit, right? So somebody that doesn't have established credit, that could be dropping their score as well because they don't have that relationship to show them the credit age or the payment history.
Okay, I'm going to take you a step back. What are the credit scores from what number to what number?
Okay, so the highest that a credit score can get your FICO score is at 850. And you could be as low.
I'm at 840.
There you go. There you go. So you have a very strong profile. And so you'll often see scores in the fours. The lowest, I believe, on the scale is like 350.
Okay.
So you have to literally have nothing on your profile. So that's typically when we're younger, we don't have anything established. So our score will be lower.
Yeah, I'm excited now to say I'm at 840, but I haven't always been there. There were times when I had to go through the credit repair program myself, and that's why I think this is so important for clients to get it, to understand there's no embarrassment in it, there's no taboo or anything. We all get there at some point with life changes, life difficulties. I was there, and now I'm able to build my score to 840.
Absolutely. Myself included, I share with people my story is that I was able to raise my credit score from a 617 to an 804 in 4 months, and then even higher, so it got up to an 811.
So how can we do that? How can we go from a 617 to an 804
Great
in
question.
4 months?
In 4 months. So in 4 months, it takes knowing the strategies, and that's what I help my clients out with. So it's not anything that can't be done. So it's not impossible. It's just really knowing what's on the report and what encompasses that profile of knowing how I can dispute those things. So for myself, I had collections that were dropping my score down. I had high utilization. So certain strategies of which I walk my clients through of how we're going to be able to go step by step to remove those things, because there's a lot of stuff on there that is reported inaccurately. And so by consumer laws that we have, we're able to get those removed.
Okay. And if I refer a client to you today and they come in, what are the steps? Is there a fee they have to pay? What do they have to do? What are their responsibilities? So they prepare themselves before even starting the process.
Yeah, so really the first step would be being able to pull that report. I do an assessment audit of the client profile before we even talk next steps. So I would first say thank you for the introduction to the client, and I look forward to being able to help serve them and help them with their credit journey. And then we would just have the conversation on what it is that they're looking to do, what led them to where they're at right now and where we're going to get them to. And then I usually take less than 24 hours to go over their credit profile. And then I come back with a detailed plan of what it is that we're going to do, because things that are on the profile, I know just from my trained eyes, okay, what is valid and what actually should not be on there. And so once I see the profile, I can then start to put the plan together of, okay, how we're going to help get this person approved.
Okay. And I've heard clients talk about mailing letters, sending things to the IRS. Do you do those letters for them? Do you say, how does that work?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So I do all of the disputing on behalf of the client. So that way they come to me, just like when I take my car to the shop, I'm not back there with the mechanic. Hey, how do I do these brakes? Like, no, I'm coming to you. You take care of that. And then that's the process there. But I do the disputing on their behalf. So as if the bureaus see me as the client, but I'm just the guiding angel for them, the guardian angel to send off the dispute.
Okay. That's interesting to know, because I know a lot of clients who started the process, then they stop halfway through because they're not as energized, because maybe it's not moving as fast enough, or they're not sure what to write to the credit bureau. So that's excellent that you get to do all of that for clients. What else? What can we tell the clients? How easy is this process? How stressful is it? Let's let them know it's not as hard as it looks or as people say it is.
Okay, so I would say stressful would be subjective, right? Because we didn't get to our credit profile looking the way that it is overnight. So to understand that it's going to take some time, even myself as a professional, it took me 4 months, right? So somebody that, hasn't studied or isn't as informed, give yourself that patience to know that this is going to be a process.
Okay.
A lot of things can happen over the span of consistency. Some things will happen fast, right? But it's a matter of where is the end goal that we want to get to in terms of that credit score or removing those derogatory items, and what that would then look like after it's done, right? So it's not so much, okay, I need to get my score to this in 2 weeks because of that's,
I know,
we can wave a magic wand, but we want to be patient.
It's good. It's good for clients to start early, whether they're looking to buy a home or buy a car or just to have good credit. One of the reasons this is so important to me, because for me, I know with good credit scores, you can access so much funds out there. Buying a home, you can get the best interest rates out there once you have good credit scores. Basically, it's the only way you can grow wealth and build generational wealth for your family. So this is so important. It's not just saying, oh, I don't need something. It's the only way you can grow. In America, you use other people's money to make money, and the only way you can access those funds is with a good credit score. Anything else you want to tell the clients out there?
So interesting that you say access other people's money. So what I was able to do, and just as a testament to reaffirm what you're saying, once I was able to raise my credit score to that 804, I was then able to leverage my personal credit for my LLC and get $75K in business funding. And
Oh, really?
yeah, so that's what I help with my my clients that are LLC entrepreneurs. I help get them access to business fund.
Okay, so if I come to you today, I'm just looking to buy a house, but you help me, you build my credit score to a decent number. After buying that, you can still help me get financing for my business?
Absolutely.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about. You use other people's money to make money, and the only way you can do that is by having an excellent credit score. It's been such a pleasure to have you here today. Oh, one more question before I go. Sometimes it's not bad credit. Some people just don't know how to start the process of building credit, or maybe they have one credit card and they just need that to move up. One more. What are the tips, insiders tips we can give you to people so they can start building their credit, even if they don't have bad credit?
Okay, great question. So a good blueprint and foundation for being able to build your credit is with the banks that you may already have your accounts with, right?
Okay.
So for myself, I always recommend you could start out with a secured card. Right. So that way you don't get into a situation where you're over leveraged or you're paying more than you're spending more than what you're able to pay, and keeping your utilization. So that's the amount that you hold on your card under 10%, and do that for 90 days. And you can actually request credit limit increases after 90 days.
Okay, good.
So that's a good way to build out, more credit consistency with your.
All right. Thank you so much, Alexander. I know I met up with you recently, and after talking to you, I was excited to bring you out and put you out there so all the clients who could need your services can reach out to you. If you need to reach out to Alexandra, you can reach out to me, Emerica at Emerica Homes, but we'll also put your contacts at the end of this video so they can reach out to you directly. I'm just here helping and trying to make sure we all achieve our dreams and goals. Thank you for coming, and have a lovely day.